What about making your sound better?
What's up, guys? It's Kyle here for WA Production, and today's course is going to be about how to make a track in the style of the Chainsmokers. The Chainsmokers are easily one of the most popular groups of the last few years. They've had numerous Billboard hits, and they've developed a very specific sound that as soon as the song comes on, you know it's either by the Chainsmokers or directly inspired by them. So that's what we're going to try and go over today in this course. So as you can see here, we're not looking at a blank project file, and the reason that is because we're actually going to use a template for this one that I've developed here. And the template here is basically for this style of music. I have all my chords, my plucks, leads I like to use for this style, and basses already in the project, so it allows me to get my idea down as quickly as possible. I already have drums laid out, and I'm going to play the template right now, but we're not going to use it just yet. I'm just going to play it just so you can hear what we're working with. So as you can see, there's no melodic elements, it's just a little bit of a build and the first few bars of a drop idea. And I have just drums in there and stuff that'll help me make it as quickly as possible. But we're not going to use this right now. We're going to go over here and we're going to write some chords and a melody. So right here I have a piano already as part of this template. And I feel like writing something in F major. The Chainsmokers tend to use a lot of major keys, I've noticed, especially in their later music. So I'm going to draw here and just quickly explain what I did there. I click on the stamp button, and then I go to melodic major. And then I drag out our F major key here. And this will allow us to have a highlighted path of what notes are and aren't in key. For when we write our piano chords. So they like to use a lot of chord progressions that are close together. So right here I'm going to start with this F major chord. So let's try and write some chords real quick. So they like to use kind of choppy chords like this, and just kind of walk down their bass lines and their chord progressions. So I'm trying to make a chord progression here in the style of something that you'd hear in a Chainsmokers song, and that's really going to play into the sound design and the different sounds and basses we picked for later. So this is what we're just working with right now. So I'm pretty happy with that chord progression so far. You know, we may change it later, we may not, but it's a great starting point in my opinion. So let's listen to it real quick. I'm going to make this chord right here go up so it does the same thing as these chords right here. Just mess around with these last two chords right here. Alright, cool. I'm very happy with that. So now that we've written that, we're going to kind of write a nice little melody here. And if you've heard a Chainsmokers song, you know what their melodies sound like. They're very kind of plucky, choppy sounds with a lot of the same notes. Nothing super complicated, so I'm going to try and replicate that here using the top notes from each chord. Again, just trying to make something choppy with a little note going up here and there. Something simple, something catchy, and that's really the goal of a melody in the Chainsmokers style. Cool, so that sounded really good so far. Let's listen to it all together. Alright, I'm very happy with that. Up next, we're just going to write this bass line, which is basically just going to be our bass notes of each chord, kind of extended. So we're going to drop these an octave. I accomplish this by holding Control, Shift, and then highlighting these bottom notes by dragging my mouse over them. And then when they're all highlighted, you let go of Control while still having your finger on Shift. Then you click any of the highlighted notes, and then if you hold Control and you do up or down on your arrow keys, then you can move it to whatever octave you want. Super cool feature in FL Studio. Makes it really easy for stuff like this. So let me write this bass line real quick. You see in this template I had an EQ kind of cutting out the highs and lows, which is why it sounded pretty, the piano sounded really good already, but I'll take off the EQ just so you can hear the bass notes a little bit better. Alright, cool. That sounded great to me. Up next, we're going to take the chords, bass line, and melody that we just made and put them to sounds.